All right. Okay, so I really want to go over a lot of different things because y'all had, good night, y'all had discussed different things that you're struggling with. I made a separate video for the detailed conversations because there's so much in a conversation and the process of going about it that's worked for me. You may have already watched it. If not, go watch it and take notes on the process. I even have notes. If I can make time at some point, I'll make like a little pinpoint thing that shows you kind of the process of telling your story without word vomiting, because I'm really bad at that, so it took me a long time to perfect it, and my phone's distracting me. Okay, so what I want to go over first, because I went through and I literally, everything that y'all said you were struggling on, I went through, I wrote them all down, and then I tallied each one next to it of whoever, you know, whatever was said most. And the thing that was said the most was expanding the network. Then conversations was next, and then consistency and sharing the coach opportunity, and then time management, contact list and follow-ups, and then there was like 4 other ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through mostly following the team calendar, because that is going to cover your sharing the coach opportunity. That's going to cover consistency. That's going to cover time management. That's going to cover expanding your network. And then what we'll do is after you've done that for a week, next week we'll see what everybody's biggest struggle is from that, and that's what the team call will be focused on. That's why I named this one All Over the Map, because we're just kind of going to cover it all as quickly as I can. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys and show you the team calendar, which, as you've seen, I hope before and looked in the files, it is in the files. The team calendar covers the entire month of what I follow and how I follow this guideline of, you know, that keeps me consistent. It also covers at the bottom, like, things that I check on daily, that I make sure that I'm doing daily. This did not just come from me. This came from a national wake-up call from Anita Marone that she did about how to plan your month, and she's very good at it. And I literally followed it and incorporated some of my stuff into it. So I didn't just pull this out of my butt. It works, I promise. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. All right, so this is my Google Drive for Team Tenacity files. Some of you may be confused when you go into our files, because when you look at something, it just shows up as a link. And the reason that it does that is because I have it all organized. When you click that link, all this stuff will come up. So it shows, you know, announcing and inviting, all about Shakeology, basics, new coaches, challenge rules. I even made it to where you can copy and paste the challenge group rules. How to run effective challenge groups, daily and weekly checks. Let's see, diamond resources, fear, free groups and content. I mean, everything's in here, you guys, I promise. I spent lots of time putting it together because I really wanted you guys to have everything at your fingertips. So, our calendar is right here. And if you'll look at this, I have this set up, and this is for every month. And I don't have a date on it because what I try to do is the first week of every month, I try to advertise for a clean eating ad. I do that, you know, on my page on Monday, and then I'll do it in buy-sell trade groups on Tuesday. I'll bump up the one on the page on Thursday, or I'll do it on my personal page. I kind of play with it. There's no system there. The system is doing the clean eating advertisement the first week of the month and then running it the second week. I create the coach opportunity ad as well. And I'll share that on different days. I really you have to feel things out on your activity on your page. I just play with stuff. The only way that you can fail at this is if you just don't do it because you're like, I don't know the perfect time. Well, I mean, nobody knows the perfect time. There's no science to this. You just got to do it. I have Iron Edge call on there. My daily tasks are at the bottom. And then you can see I've got something for every single day. The second week, I do the challenge group advertisement. And the third week, I do the coach opportunity ad with a webinar. I haven't done that one in a while because I'm a slacker and because it makes me nervous to talk in front of a bunch of strangers. But anyways, so I did that like 3 weeks in a row. I need to do it again. Now I just share my coach webinar with people. And then I do the challenge group ad again the last week of the month. I follow this system, you guys, because it works. And it's constantly keeping me out there. Now, some of you may say, you know what, I have a full-time job, I have kids, I can't be posting all day long, 3 to 5 times a day, all throughout the day. That's what the planned posts are. On your like page, you can actually go to scheduled posts, and you can schedule your posts for the next day, for the day after that, all through the day. And I will quickly, of course, I haven't done it from my computer, I've only done it from my phone. But you go to your Facebook page, and when you get ready to post something, you click, instead of clicking post, there is a little thing on the side. Oh my Lord, my computer is slow. There's a little thing on the side that you can click, and you can click schedule post. You can schedule the time, the date, everything. So if you have one day a week where you're not as busy, or a certain time in the day, I'm about to throw my computer through the wall, a certain time of day that you're not super busy, that would be a great time. Julie and I actually talked about this, about how she can't be posting all through the day and she needs to sit down in the evening and share it. That's an old school post I reposted because I was like 15 pounds lighter, sad day. But anyways, so when you go up here, when you go up here, you can get ready to post something. You see how that popped up on the side? And you can't see where I'm pointing. But over here, oh, looky there. And that's on your phone too, you guys. So you don't have to be on the computer all day long. Sometimes when I have free time in the morning, but I know I'm going to go do something with Clay in the evening, I'll plan my posts out. So back to here. I have these daily checks: personal development, workout, Shakeology, invite and follow up, contact list. You do not have to use the contact list that is for the computer. If you don't like it and you don't want it the way, guys, I just keep up with my contacts in a notebook. I mean, that's just how I like to do it because I'm weird and I just am stubborn. A motivational post, this can be like a quote that relates to you. This can be really, you know what, look at, a lot of y'all have really good content, but what I've been seeing the last week that content is amazing is Rosie Gaddy, Rosalie on there. She's been having really good content of motivational post, workout post, and then relating that back to a personal story with her. So health and fitness tip post, this can be about water, Shakeology ingredients, green tea, team check-ins, check in with your team. I don't care if you have one person. I don't care if you have 101 people. Check in with your team, check in with your challenge groups, your free clean eating groups. I do calls and one-on-ones Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Let's see. And then every month, if this is not exactly how you want to do your calendar, like the way I've set it up, that's okay. Run it how you feel like it's going to work. But what you need to be doing every month, at least when you start out, is the clean eating group and then the challenge group, or adding them to your uplines challenge group. You don't have to worry so much if you're not way into the business. You don't have to worry about a coach opportunity webinar, but I would suggest advertising for one, and it can be added to whoever's running the webinar in the team. Coach training, y'all know that you add them to the one that I do every single month unless you want to do your own training. Promotions, I promote my page. I'll get more into that in a little bit. Team calls. If you do team calls with your team, that's great. If you're still jumping on these, that's fine too. Self-training, I do self-training. Whatever you feel like you're struggling with, like for me right now, it's leadership. I'm a really good talker, but I need to shut up and listen to see what my team needs from me. And so I'm working on leadership right now. I'm doing a leadership training. I'm reading a leadership book, and I'm about to start one-on-ones with with the guy that works with John C. Maxwell, Josh Coates. I'm about to start doing bi-weekly things with him to help me advance my leadership. So that's where I struggle the most. If you struggle with social media, find books, podcasts, and whatever about social media. If you struggle with marketing or branding yourself or confidence, find things about that. You've got to be willing to constantly train yourself to get better, because no matter how awesome you are, even if you're at the top of this business, to stay at the top, you have to constantly be willing to learn and grow and change yourself. Okay, so that covers a lot, but very quickly. Let me exit this. Okay, that calendar, following that calendar is going to help with organization. It's going to help with your consistency. If you are following this, even if you have to plan out every single post that you have because you don't want to be on social media all day, that's fine. That's totally fine. And that's good time management. I am not a good time manager, but I am good with consistency because I do these posts all the time and I follow this calendar all the time. This covers hitting Success Club and hitting it fast. That was another thing somebody said that they struggled with. If you follow these and you're consistently posting and you're consistently having free clean eating groups or free challenge groups or challenge groups running, inviting people to coach opportunity, you're going to naturally hit Success Club, especially when you perfect your conversations. Marketing. If you're doing the free clean eating ads, if you feel like you have no idea what to make your picture look like, go look at coaches that are above you, that you admire, that you respect, that you see that their stuff is working. Does not have to be me. I don't care who it is. It can be anybody that you look up to. Go look at their stuff and brainstorm ideas. Obviously, don't copy and paste their words. But if you have no clue what to put on a picture or what to say in a post, it is totally fine to go look at coaches that you know are successful and to brainstorm and make it your words. That's good marketing. So, and that's how I do it, you guys. I don't just like naturally come up with creative ideas. I get ideas from brainstorming off other people and then I make it my own. So y'all have seen my mom boss post probably. Maybe yours is like girl boss, or maybe you just want to say opportunity to be a dreamer, or whatever your thing is, like that, make that your deal, and you can make whatever you see in marketing, that's successful marketing, make it your own. Okay, and your contact list. Like I said, when you talk to somebody new, just write them down in your notebook or put them in your computer, whatever you're comfortable with, so you can come back to them and know what their struggles were, and you can follow up with them and have that list at the end of the month. Maybe you are like, holy crap, I'm at Success Club 4, I don't know what to do. Oh, you have this whole list of people to follow up with. Okay, so branding. I'm going over this really quickly. Oh, I see a chat thing. See, there you go. Yeah, Brittany said she looks at a lot of the top coaches' posts and makes one of those her own. And Brittany's posts are amazing as well. And she has automatically, you know, done that and taken what they do and she's made it her own. I don't see any copying from what she's doing. I just see that she sees what smart marketing is and then she makes it to her personality and to what her brand is. So to find out what your brand is, because that was another struggle that people had, I want you to list out, you don't have to do it right now, you can re-listen to this call, but list out, think about 5 things that you are. For me, it's my love of fitness. It's the fact that I'm a stay-at-home mom. The fact that I'm like a dirty country redneck girl. The fact that sounded like kinky. I don't mean like dirty like that, but you know what I mean. I mean, maybe. A depression defeater. That's like a big part of who I am. An oil-filled wife. My husband works 365 days a year. That's a big part of who I am. Those are my 5 things. You'll see more from me about being a fitness lover and being a stay-at-home mom and stuff like that, and you'll see my posts are more about defeating depression because those are my stronger niches or more of my brand. But that's how you brand yourself. You brand yourself with who you are. What you love. That's how you brand yourself. If you're like a extreme knitter or an extreme crocheter, like you look for those crocheters because they're awesome. If you love science or whatever, that can be your niche. If you just really love to shop and buy lots of clothes, shopping can be your thing. That's totally cool. There's no wrong answer as far as this. Like a lot of my country girl posts, I love them. They don't get lots of feedback. People don't like rednecks as much as I think they should. So I don't get lots of like love from that, but that's a part of me. You find what your strongest niche is, and that's what you go with. That's why I say think of 5 things, and then, you know, at least use 3 strong things that you see that people really relate to. Okay. Opportunity. When you're sharing the opportunity, this was another thing people struggled with. Sorry, I'm looking at the time. This is another thing that people struggled with. And what I want you to think about when you're sharing the business side of this, don't think of the numbers, the commission, the this, the that. Yeah, people are going to ask those questions. But when you make a webinar or when you share my webinar, that's all covered. What you need to think about when you're about to share the opportunity is, why did you start? Why did you sign up? Was it for the discounts? Was it because you wanted to help people and earn an income from home? Was it because you wanted to add an income for a hobby? Was it because you needed the accountability and support from other coaches to keep you on track? Whatever it was, that's most likely going to relate to somebody else. And always ask them, you know, why would you want to be a coach? What would you benefit from it? These are the ways I've benefited from it. They can pick things out and be like, oh yeah, I could benefit from that too. You share why you love coaching. Is it because, you know, you love seeing your team grow and you love leading? Is it, you know, whatever it is, you want to share that. Why do you believe in it? Why do you believe in Shakeology? Why do you believe in this business? Why do you believe in the fitness programs? Is it because you've lost 15 pounds? Is it because you've lost 100 pounds? Is it because you feel better? Is it because your hair is better or your mood is better? Whatever it is, like, why do you believe in this company? Is it because you listen to Carl Deichler talk and he's amazing and you can see he's a genuine man and it's a genuine company? I could go on and on about why I love it. But when people see your passion for loving this whole organization and this whole business and this whole opportunity, they naturally want to be a part of it. If they see that passion within you, you don't have to constantly give the nitty-gritty word vomit scientific details of everything. You can simply show that this is something you love and you're super passionate about and it's really benefited your life. And people are going to be like, I want that. I want to travel. I want it to benefit my life. I want to feel positive and happy and be energized and like have a team that I get to talk to from people all over the United States and Canada. They're going to relate to that. All right, so we're going to pass that. Follow-ups. Keep it simple. Every single person I know overanalyzes a follow-up. What do I say? What if they think I'm weird? This is natural. This is how I felt before. Now I know that I'm weird anyways, and so people are going to naturally know that I'm weird. But your follow-ups need to be personal. If you like have sent an enrollment to somebody, for example, and they have not completed their enrollment, if you send them a message a few days later or the next day or whatever and say, hey, did you finish your enrollment? You know they didn't finish their enrollment. It didn't pop up in your back office and it didn't say it's complete. And that's super impersonal. And they're going to be like, dude, she's money hungry. Or he. I don't know if we have any he's on here right now. But anyways, they're not going to want any part of it. But if you go and you look at their profile, whoever you're following up with, look at what they've done the last couple days or however long it's been. Hey, how are you doing? How's your week been? So let's back up and say that I followed up with somebody today, which I did. But we'll just say that I'm having a conversation with them. So we'll say that Sally wants to buy a challenge pack, and she told me a couple weeks ago that, I don't know why it's always Sally, but she told me a couple weeks ago that she wanted to get 21 Day Fix and Shakeology, but she had to wait a couple weeks until she got paid. All right, that's cool. I'll follow up with you. So say it's been a couple weeks. Hey girl, how you doing? How's your week going? Are you excited that it's almost the weekend? Yep, that's simple. I don't say anything about like, did you get paid yet? Do you want to buy the program still? Do you still need to lose weight? Like, none of those things come out of my mouth. I keep it simple and I keep it basic to caring about the person, because you have to care about them in order for them to do anything with you. Ask questions. Always ask questions. Be interested. You always hear it. Be interested, not interesting. like I said, view their profile. If somebody's ignored you, I love doing this because almost automatically people will respond to me where they have ignored me before. So if people are ignoring my messages over and over again, which happens, and I don't want to bug them and follow up with them, I go to their Facebook page and I will comment and like on like 3 of their pictures. Almost instantly, especially if they just posted, they'll message me and be like, hey girl, sorry, I've been super busy. Sometimes they're not ignoring you because they don't want to work with you. Sometimes they got busy and then they forgot to come back and look at the message. I've done that before. I do that all the time. Sometimes they don't have the money yet and they are too proud to tell you, I don't have the money yet, but I still want to do this. Sometimes they legit are just like, I don't know if she's trying to sell me. I don't know if I want to do this. I'm on the fence, whatever. But they will respond if you get personal with them on their page and not just in a message. Sometimes they don't see the message at all, and that's been something that's happened to me commonly. And I'll comment and have conversations with them on their page, and then they'll be like, oh, well, I didn't see your messages. And then they'll go back and you can see when they've seen them. So that's follow-up. There's no science to following up either. And I know it seems kind of awkward sometimes to check in with people, but like I said, sometimes people just forget. Like, we get busy. Sometimes their first priority is not healthy eating because they want to go have a pizza, but then they look in the mirror and they remember that they're super unhappy with themselves. And, oh yeah, that girl that followed up with me the other day. Okay, conversations. I did that video for the reason to go into the nitty-gritty details of conversations, but something I did not go over was that that was conversations that I have typically with new people. If it is, and it was with the challenge pack, it's pretty much the same process when you're talking about a coach opportunity if they've responded to one of my little ad things. I'll say, hey, I saw you were interested in being a mom boss, and I was just wondering what made you interested. Sometimes they'll say, your ad, and I'm like, no, like, why do you think you would benefit from being a mom boss? Because I want to know about them. I legit want to know if they are in this for just $1, a quick buck, or if they are in this because they want to get healthy and fit and help others get healthy and fit. If you don't ask those questions, you're never going to know, and you might waste days, literally days, on somebody that doesn't care about anything but money. Okay, and conversations with people that are on your friends list. Like I said, if these are people that are already friends with you and you're going through your contact list, especially if you're a new coach, and you're like, how the heck do I approach these people? Keep it simple, and remember what I said in coach training. You want to invite them like you're inviting them to go see a movie that you heard was good. Hey, so-and-so, I am doing this program and it's really awesome and it's helped me so much. I've lost 5 pounds from it in X amount of days and my energy's up. And I was wondering if you wanted to do this challenge with me and help hold me accountable. Keep it simple. Keep it like talking to them. You don't even have to start the conversation out that way. Hey, how you doing? That is the best way to start a conversation with somebody, for them not to feel like you're being salesy. Hey girl, I wanted to check in with you. It's been a long time since we've talked. I have people do that to me that live in Alaska that I haven't talked to in forever, and they have no intention of selling me anything. They're just talking to me. That's what we need to be doing with other people. Just talk to them and simply invite them to do something with you because it's good for them. Don't try to sell them on anything. The second you get in your head that you're sounding salesy, you will sound salesy. Okay, last few things. I'm impressed with myself. Sorry, anyways. Okay, discussing price. I said this in the conversations video, but I'm going to reiterate it because this is where everybody struggles. I know when I first started, what I would put when they would say, what's the price? I would just put the price. Like, that's it. It's $160. And that was it. And that just leaves them with like a big, fat, scary number. That doesn't leave them seeing everything that they're getting and everything that covers. So I go through and I list out everything that they're getting with the challenge pack, including the recipes, the challenge group, me being their coach forever, and the 30-day Beachbody On Demand Beachbody Club deal with $1,500 worth of blah, 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 and it says that in there. And then I tell them right off the bat, like, all you have to do is give me your email and let me know your Shakeology preference, because I'm not giving them a window to say, no. I'm giving them a window to look at everything that they can get. I'm giving them a window to go ahead and get started, or to say, I can't get started now. Most of the time when I've started doing that, you guys, they either give me their email or they tell me that they want to get started, but they can't right now. They're going to try to. I've only had 1 or 2 times people tell me, nope, no way, I can't do that. That's too expensive for me. And it'll be for different reasons. Sometimes people are on food stamps and they literally cannot, they don't pay groceries, so it's not saving them any money. But, you know, the way that I've changed my wording has literally changed me hitting Success Club, and has changed the way that people respond to me. And you can learn more all about that in the conversations video, because I don't want to get too into that since I already did a video on that. Leading. Okay, there's one more thing that people said that they struggled with, and that is leading. And I'm working on that still. But something I read in the 21 Laws of Leadership that I'm reading right now is that in order, it's the law of, I'm going to forget it, but in order to lead, you have to do what you're wanting, the law of activity or something like that. You have to be doing what you're wanting your team to do. So I know this is kind of for new coaches that don't have anybody under them yet. Don't get overwhelmed by this, but if you want to be a good leader, then be the coach that you want to have underneath you. Do you want to have somebody that's posting every few days, and she might hit Success Club, she might not. She's not inviting very much, but she thinks she's inviting a lot. She's not really willing to learn. I don't know, maybe. Or do you want to be the person that is like going, do you want the coach to be under you that's going after it, that is like trying really hard to reach goals, that is being positive, that is just working their tail off to help their team advance? Like, you have to think about what you want in a coach and then be that. That's the best way to lead. That is the most successful way to lead. And as in Sarah Try's team call with Josh Coates, something that he said is, leaders are servants. And I truly believe that. You will get when you give and give and give and give and give. Your son's so cute. Anyways, you will get when you are constantly and consistently giving. So, and being consistent about it. So that's something that I'm honest about, that I struggle with, because I am very stubborn. And it's very difficult for me to tell myself I have to sit down at this time and do something, whether it's one-on-ones or team calls or whatever, because I'm very much a hippie free spirit. And so it's hard for me to sit down and just do what I should be doing. Now, when I do that, I love it. And I feel so much better when I'm, on one-on-ones with my coaches, and on one-on-one or on team calls with the team. And I love seeing y'all's faces. And I love that you're sacrificing your time to listen to me babble on. Hi. And that is awesome for me. But getting myself here is something I have to work on with leading. But the best way to lead is be the person, the coach that you would want underneath you. Be that, and help everybody that is underneath you. Serve them, be servants. And I don't mean level-wise by underneath you, but your PS coaches, their PS coaches. Serve them and their needs so they can reach their goals. And don't set out, because we know we've seen it so many times where somebody tells you you have to hit a certain goal so they can hit their goal. And that's not going to motivate you. Like, if I were to tell you, hit this, because if you don't, then I'm not going to hit it. Who cares if I hit it? You don't care if I hit it. I mean, maybe you do, and awesome if you do. I'm super glad if you do. But that is not what is going to motivate and lead your team. What will lead your team, or even just being a leader of challenge groups, is if you're doing what you're preaching. And I'm saying this because with food, I struggle really bad. And I know when I struggle with my food intake or whatever it is, my challenge groups struggle. It's the same with your team. No matter what you're leading, if you're not leading consistently, if you're not leading with a passion that people sense, if you're not being the person that you want on your team or in your challenge group or whatever, then people are not going to follow you. You're not going to influence anybody, and you're not going to be leading anybody. And the whole reason people do this whole business is not for a boss to tell them what to do. It's for somebody to help them, mentor them, and lead them and guide them to reach their own goals. Not my goals, not Jen's goals, not Carly's goals, not anybody else above them. It has to be you reaching your goals, and you have to help your team reach their goals. So, like I said, you guys, if you want to learn more about leading, read books on leading. That's what I'm doing, 21 Laws of Leadership. If you want to learn about marketing and social media, Jen just got me a book, and it is, something right hook. I don't remember. Jab, right? I think it's jab, right hook. Anyway, oh, I see something. I love it, Brittany. Hopefully I haven't let you down. Thank you. Yes, jab, right hook is great for social media and marketing. If you're hearing no's a lot and it's freaking you out, there's Go for No. You guys can go on Amazon and like look up what you need help with, and like a whole list of stuff will pop up. You can look in the files of Iron Edge, of Team Tenacity. I YouTube like everything, and then I share it to the team page. So whatever you feel like you're struggling with, perfect that area, and also focus on your strengths and use those to help you move forward. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to see if anybody has any questions. Let me do gallery view. I'm going to see if anybody has questions. If you have a question, wave or unmute yourself or something. I don't care what it's about. I know I went through all of that. It may have been slow to you, but for me, that was quickly to go through as much information as I did. But if you have a more detailed question, you can put it in the chat box, you can unmute yourself, or you can wave at me and I'll unmute you. I was not that informative. I know you guys have some questions. Really? I was that informative? I feel good. Oh, Brittany's waving. Let's see. All right, you're unmuted, Brittany.
Okay, do you like have a set thing that you promote like for your page? Like, do you have certain things that you promote, or like certain days that you promote them, or anything like
Yes. Yes. I promote a free clean eating challenge on my page, and I actually pay for that because that brings in a lot of traffic. You can set your budget to whatever it needs to be. I don't care if it's $5 for the day, $5 a week, $5 a month, or if it's $100 a week or $100 a month. Whatever your budget needs to be, you're going to be getting more traffic for offering free content and free groups than you will for things that people think they need to pay for. I mean, it's just common sense. People like free. So when you're offering that, you're gaining more contacts, and when you gain those contacts and they see how a challenge group goes and you build trust with them, like, okay, the free clean eating group I have going on right now, I have 2 people that are going to be buying challenge packs in the next couple weeks. And they probably wouldn't have been drawn to one of the like buy ads, and it doesn't say buy now or anything like that, but they know when there's something for sale and when there's something for free. But because they see how the challenge group is run and they like it, and they have more trust in me and have met me as a person, they are wanting to join now. You know what I mean? So I feel like, and Sarah Tri talked about this, when you are promoting free content, that's where you're going to get a lot more new contacts versus my mom boss ads, which I get a lot of responses from.
Well, that was kind of my question too, like, because I made almost the exact same thing as your, be a mom boss thing, and I only got like 3 likes or something on it. So
we need to check your targeting. I'll do that on our next one-on-one. I'll check and see who you're targeting your ad to, because that really makes a difference. And we will go over that and tweak that, because you really have to play with it. I have found the weekends are the best times to promote the Mom Boss stuff. People are sitting around, and I mean, that's when they see a lot of that stuff. So, and then you can do it, I mean, I don't know, maybe do it the first week of the month if you are going to be giving them a webinar or have them on one of my webinars or something, so you have them prepared to do a live webinar, as far as that goes. But the free content for me gets the most contacts when I advertise free stuff. The Mom Boss stuff that I have, y'all have seen so many people respond to it, but you know, people don't, not everybody gets serious about it. So I would offer free content. I suggest everybody offers free stuff or add them to one of mine or somebody else's that's doing free stuff. They're still going to be your customer if they end up wanting to sign up. It's just I'm doing all the labor. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, we'll just have to go over the targeting stuff because
Yeah.
like you get a lot of comments on that, which
Yeah.
gets a lot of conversations going, and I don't even have nobody comment on my
I know, and I know that Rosie's had this struggle as well, so we need to go over on a one-on-one, go over y'all's targeting and see the people that you're targeting, because I have a set age range. I only try to target women. I have a set people, I mean, set characteristics that I look for, and I want to make sure that y'all's is in something where you're going to get more people from it. So we'll all write that down after this call to go over with you and Rosie on our next one-on-one.
I have another question that's kind of random, but like I posted it in the team page too, but like for the sample packs, because I have a lot of people asking me just to try the Shakeology because I don't want to buy a whole bag.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about getting like samples, but I don't know. I've watched like YouTube videos, like they'll sell them for like $5 or something.
I've done that, and I actually thought about doing that again soon because I have a crap ton because I ran out of peanut butter, so my husband wouldn't drink his Shakeology because he's picky as crap. So I have a bunch of like packets that I had before that are like building up. But when I did do it, I would do like $5 a piece, or if they got so many, you know, I would make it a little less. Like 3 for 14 or 13, and then 4 for like, I don't know, 17. I don't know. I do it random every time. And I do something like that. Or you can, if you want more traffic on your like page, something I used to do, and I think Rosie just did this. You can do like a giveaway where people share your page and like your page, and then the drawing will give them a week's worth of Shakeology. That'll bring a lot of.
Do you buy? Because I was looking on the website the other day, and there's like one where you can get, I think it's like 6 packs of each flavor or something. But then there's another pack where it's like, I don't know.
I think there's one with all of them. But if you need some, let me know. I've got a bunch of strawberry and a bunch of vegan ones and stuff like that. So if you need some, I can send them to you. I'm sending some to Zubeda's mom too.
Okay.
So I'll do that. And just remind me because I will forget. I'm just being honest. All right. Does anybody else have any questions? Yes. Dana. Okay. Hello. Up. We're going back and forth. Okay. Hey.
Okay. So when you do challenge groups, and do you do like because here's what I did. The challenge group I'm running now, I really promoted 21 Day Fix. Now I have a few people who aren't doing anything, and I already knew that, and I wanted them to kind of see how it would go. But what I'm wondering for October is, do I just do a free one in a sense that there is no set program? And if I do that, do I promote the one I'm doing? I mean, I want to do that obviously, but how do you do that when you have just kind of a general challenge group, but some people aren't doing a program, some are?
Okay, so what I have is I do a 5 or a 7 day free clean eating challenge, and I add exercises from Pinterest. I do that once a month. And I also have an ongoing challenge group that what I do is every 21 days, I start a new group within that group. And everybody that has, signed over to me as a coach, even if they've never personally bought anything from me, but they signed over for me to be their coach, so any order in the future goes to me, or they've ordered a challenge pack from me, I have them in that group. The great thing about it, you guys, so many coaches don't do this. They only offer that group to people who've bought challenge packs because it gives a more exclusive feel, and more people will want to do it. But lots of people don't just jump into that just because everybody else is doing it, and they're more likely to watch what everybody's doing and then be like, holy crap, like this 21-day fix thing in Shakeology is really working for this girl, so I think I need to get it too. They're seeing what other people are doing, and they're more likely to jump on when they see results from that, from people that they actually are watching daily and they relate to. You don't have to do it that way. When I felt like my time was wasted with people that weren't buying from me, I sucked. Like, I'll be honest with you, I cratered because I was only taking people that would buy challenge packs from me. I was not being personable with them, and or I was saying, like, and a lot of coaches do this, and I don't like it. That doesn't mean it's wrong. That just means it's not for me. But you would buy a challenge pack from the coach, and then they would only have access to that 21-day or 30-day program or whatever program it was in their challenge group. And then they either had to sign up as a coach or buy another one for them to be in that person's group again. I don't do that. I don't like it. But if you like it, that's great. It's your business. I don't personally like that because I feel like if they're your customer once, they're your customer for life, and you need to help them and focus on their journey. But that's just me, and that's because I've done both sides of it, and one felt very wrong and didn't work for me, and one felt right and it did work for me. It's your choice. You can do a new group each time you do a challenge group, or you can do an ongoing group. It really is your preference on what you're wanting.
So when you do an ongoing group, do you just keep the group name the same and you add to it, or do you create it?
I've changed it a few times. I have it the same for the last 3 months now, but like around the holidays and stuff, I'll change it. Like I have ones that are coming up for Halloween. I have ideas for names for Christmas and stuff like that. So I'll change the name around.
But you just keep the group the same?
Yes. I'm going to take a screenshot before anybody else has to jump off. So let's see. Everybody smile. Yay! I finally remembered how to do it. Okay. Okay. I saw a few people had to jump off, which I totally understand, but I didn't want to miss any more people on there. So, yeah, that's what, I mean, it's got to be this is your business. What's worked best for me is keeping it ongoing. You could keep one ongoing and then maybe open another one for Halloween that is just for people that are trying to get fit before Halloween or trying to get fit before Thanksgiving or, whatever, and still keep that other one open for your current customers and people that are staying with you and staying with other programs. There's so many ways you can do this. It's really what you're comfortable with. This is just what I'm comfortable with right now.
Okay. I have a question too on that.
Yes.
Like my challenge group I have now, I got like 20 challengers.
That's awesome.
And most of them are doing 21-day fix, but I just did a promotion for the size challenge group, which started last week. So like I have most of my people doing 21-day fix and then a couple people doing size. So I don't know, like, should I make a separate group for them?
No, you're fine. What makes it even better right now is because all the newer programs incorporate the 21-day fix nutrition. Even if they don't have the containers, from PIO to Max 30 to everything else, it's pretty much the same nutrition deal. I mean, if they needed to get the containers, they could. The only thing really different.
One of my challengers that's doing size did buy the containers.
Yeah.
She's like, it's so much easier with the
Yes.
container.
See, and so they can do that. You could even do that as like an incentive 1 month, or if somebody wants to buy size, you can give them the containers. You know what I mean? But it's harder if they do the older programs, anything before PRIO, and 21 Day Fix, because they don't follow that. It's the same principle, but it's a more complicated nutrition guide. But you can get the Portion Fix nutrition guide with the containers. And they're really going to be eating and needing the same foods on each program, realistically. So you can still help them the same. I have people that do T25 in the group. I'm doing Body Beast. I've got people doing 21 Day Fix, 21 Day Extreme Size. It's all over the place. It's how you want to do it.
Okay, I have another question too.
Yes.
Because I struggle a lot with the challenge groups.
Yes.
And I've looked at a lot of Anita Myron.
Yes.
I've watched a lot of her videos on like things to do to
Revamp
get
them.
active and stuff. And I think a couple of girls on the team did a team call a few weeks ago about it.
Yes.
But like a lot of my challengers, like they'll be super active like the first week, and then after that they don't ever really post.
That's
And I check in with them, like, you know, one-on-one, see how they're doing, and they're like, oh, it's great, I love it, but they don't really ever post anything.
That's normal. You're gonna have superstar posters like Nola. I know that she's on here. I can't see her face, but I can see her name. But she is posting every day, like gets the maximum points and everything. And then, you know, sometimes you'll have people that post the first 2 days and they're gone. They're still doing it, but they're not posting. And you're doing everything you can. You're checking in with them. As long as you make sure you're posting, because I know when I don't post my food or when I'm not posting workouts, it gets really quiet.
Yeah, but then I scroll through my whole page and every single post is mine.
Well, you know what? That's good though, because that shows that you're being consistent. Some challenge groups are like that, and sometimes they just boom, and you've got people that are, you know, over and over. That's one of the reasons, and Dana, I'll add this to your question. That's one of the reasons I keep open that challenge group that I have right now, is because not only do I have new challengers coming in, but I have the older challengers that are really good at posting and keeping up with their stuff posting. So it encourages participation and it encourages them to stay on track. That it? Does anybody else have any questions? No? Okay, are y'all exhausted? Yes, no, ready to party? Okay, well, I'm going to, oh wait, I missed something. Okay, sorry, I realized I have not been looking at the chat at all. Okay, okay. I just saw that my son keeps kissing you and I missed it. Mwah. Hi. Okay, so I'm going to stop recording.